Dragon's Lair, the fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight on a quest to rescue the fair princess from the clutches of an evil dragon.
Today is April 14th. Wow, hold on.
Yes.
I took a 5-hour energy like 2 hours ago, and it's just not working. I'm just exhausted.
It's 7 on a Saturday, man. How can you possibly be exhausted right now?
I think it was the liter bottle of vodka last night.
Oh, fantastic.
Alright. Today is April 14th, 2012, and welcome to Two Player Game Review. My name is Brian.
And I'm Robert.
And we are going to spend 10 minutes talking a retro game this week, which I was extremely excited about.
Yeah.
And that game is Dragon's Lair, the 1983 coin op, which actually, before we get into it, they seem to be starting to bring some of these games back. Double Dragon's going to be being re-released, which I'm kind of excited about. So
is that confirmed?
Yeah, that's confirmed.
That's great.
I read that this week on some website. But yes, it is confirmed.
Yeah, we don't plug other websites.
No, we don't. It's just us. There are no other websites.
Exactly.
But so Dragon's Lair. What'd you think, Rob?
Dragon's Lair is this sort of like cartoon that you get to play through, and first of all, it's on the PlayStation Network for $9.99. So if you want to check it out, but listen to the review first, I guess. It's sort of like a QuickTime events. Yeah,
I would actually say it's the godfather of QuickTime events.
It's pretty much QuickTime events the whole game, and but the way they set it up is that the QuickTime events is sort of matches what's going on with the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like modern QuickTime events where it's like triangle means somebody's gonna do some crazy shit that has nothing to do with anything. It really is, you press left, the guy goes left, you press right. So it's a lot about timing and and it's interesting. It's interesting, and I don't know if I could recommend it today. I don't know. It's kind of difficult to say because this is the sort of games that's like.
What was your experience playing it? Let's start there.
Okay, my experience was great. Well, because I played it as a child, and then as a child you're like, wow, this is amazing. I'm playing this cartoon, and it really feels like I'm controlling what's going on the screen, and that was great. But as an older person, it's just, oh man, I wish that there was more to it.
Than just the QuickTime events.
Yeah. What do you think?
I will. Okay, I was in love with this game as a child, and I spent massive amounts of money on it, never beating it. That being said, I still haven't beat it, mainly because of its one-note nature. I mean, it just gets old after a while. But I take two things away from this game, which I forgot to mention. It was republished by Digital Leisure, so
yes,
just to put that out there, I forgot to mention it in the beginning. But two things I take away are, number one, it's a good QuickTime event game. It's not like QuickTime events now where you have all day to push a button, aka God of War, where, hey, B, doesn't matter if you push it now or you push it 3 seconds from now. Just push it. Right. If your timing was off at all, the smallest bit, you die.
You die, yeah.
And I found it actually distracting playing it on my TV because I couldn't really focus on what was going on the screen. because you're just looking at this QuickTime event. You can't even see what's going on the screen. You
I
have
agree.
what your character's doing. So, Digital Leisure, when they did re-release it, they did put in a watch mode so that you can watch it. Because I can guarantee, if you're playing this game, you have 5 lives, and if you don't watch the QuickTime events, you're dead.
Yeah.
And done.
That's pretty interesting that they actually have a watch mode where they just play the entire cartoon for you. Because like literally you're completely right. I'm just looking at the sign where it tells you when to push the button. That's all I'm looking at.
Because the timing has to be so precise.
Yeah.
It's relentless.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it till I got about halfway through, and I'm like, I have a 55-inch television, and I had no idea what was going on in the cartoon.
Yeah. I agree. And it's so precise that I think it's like you said, it's not like any other QuickTime events now, in that the QuickTime event actually is a game, and that it actually takes skill to sort of master the reflexes of how to do it. I mean, you can say that you can argue that someone could just memorize what's going to happen and then do it that way. But I think it's more fun that it's sort of this twitch reaction.
Correct.
To the commands, and it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun if you just forget about the whole I need this complex buttons and control schemes and all that other thing. If you think of it as just what it is, this sort of cartoon that you get to play, and it's not bad. I gotta say, if you just think of it like a game where you're playing a cartoon, it's okay.
That actually leads me to my second point. Rob, there has never been another game made like this, visually. I mean, visually, it is just awesome to watch because you're playing a freaking cartoon, and it looks good. And I think that while you're watching it, obviously, because playing it, you're not watching it, but I think that just it puts me in the game. It gives me that feel when I was 6 years old again at the arcade. I just love how this game looks, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to play it, because it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Now, because 10 minutes, this is what we do for $9.99. Can you recommend it? Does it hold up?
Okay, here's the thing. You can't play this game and watch this game at the same time. When you're playing it, you're basically looking at the commands only, and when you're watching it, you're watching the cartoon. But when you're watching the cartoon, it feels so like, oh man, I want to be able to control what's happening. Like, I want to be the one doing all this commands. So, with that said, that means you can't watch it on YouTube and get the same effect as playing it. But $10 is a bit too steep for me. I would say, $5 and you have a sale. But $10 is a bit much. It's not that complex. It's not that deep. It's basically a Twitch game on QuickTime events. And if you're into that sort of cartoon aesthetic, playing this cartoon, as like sort of a childhood dream or whatever, then yeah, it's fun. But for $5, $10, I'm gonna say you don't need to play this.
So pass on $10.
Yeah. What about you, Brian?
I am going to completely disagree with you.
Oh.
I say if you have $10, it is a must buy. It is fun, especially if you played the arcade version of it. It's a different. Man, I'm at a loss for words today. It's different sitting at home playing it than standing up at the arcade spending tons of quarters on it. Okay, $10 for the amount of money that I have vested in that game. I didn't think another $10 was asking way too much. And secondly, I feel as though it has fantastic replay potential. Sure, the story is the same, but that twitchy QuickTime event that you're talking about, where you're supposed to go left and your thumb automatically like goes up, and you're like, shit.
Yeah.
Literally shit. I think it's completely worth the $10, and I think that it'll be a lot of fun. And if you've never played it, it's definitely worth the $10 because there's not another game like it that's ever been made.
Yeah.
At least to my knowledge. So I'm gonna go buy, must buy. That is all the time that we have for you. So leave your comments. Let us know what maybe you want to see reviewed, and we'll do what we can for you. So that's all the time we have, and this is Brian signing off. Have a good week.
Efforts to reach the dragon's lair. Lead on, adventurer. Your quest awaits.